Am I audible? Welcome all the unsecured creditors at the meeting held by Sadbhav Engineering Limited as per the pursuant to the Honorable National Complaint Law Tribunal Ahmedabad bench. I request Chairman of the meeting, Shri Sandeep Patel, to proceed with the meeting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I, Sandeep Patel, Chairman, appointed by Honorable National Complaint Law Tribunal Ahmedabad bench for this meeting, welcomes you all at today's NCLT convened meeting of unsecured creditors of Sadbhav Engineering Limited, which is being held through video conferencing. In this meeting, 37 creditors are present in person through video conferencing. As the requisite quorum is present, I declare the meeting to be in order. Now I request Tushar Bhai to proceed for the meeting.
Thank you, Sandeep Bhai. Myself, Tushar Shah, Company Secretary from Sadbhav Engineering Limited. A very good afternoon to all of you. I hope all of you are safe and in good health and stay that way. I would like to inform you that the meeting is being conveyed through video conferencing under the order of Honorable National Complaint Law Tribunal Ahmedabad bench, pursuant to the provision of Section 230-232 of the Companies Act 2013 for the purpose of considering the scheme of amalgamation of Sadbhav Infrastructure Project Limited with the Sadbhav Engineering Limited and their respective shareholder and creditor. I will take you through a certain points regarding e-voting, participation and voting at this meeting. The company has provided facility to the unsecured creditor of the applicant transferring company to vote by electronic means, both through remote e-voting and e-voting during the unsecured creditor meeting. Unsecured creditors joining the meeting through VC/OAVM who have not already casted their vote by means of remote e-voting shall be able to exercise their right to vote through e-voting at this meeting. The said facility of e-voting during the meeting shall be kept open for 15 minutes after the conclusion of the meeting. All the unsecured creditors who have joined this meeting are by default placed on the mute to avoid any disturbance from the background noise and ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. Those unsecured creditors who have registered themselves as speaker for the meeting would be allowed to speak one by one later on. The company had provided remote e-voting facility of the CDSL to the unsecured creditor for exercising their voting right in respect of business mentioned in the notice of unsecured creditors. Further, it is also informed that remote e-voting facility was kept open from Tuesday 26 January 2021 9 AM till Thursday 28 January 2021 5 PM. Unsecured creditors who have not voted through remote e-voting can cast their votes through e-voting facility during this meeting. Unsecured creditors who have casted their vote by remote e-voting prior to the meeting may also join the meeting through VC/OAVM, but shall not be entitled to cast their vote again. The resolution prescribed in the notice of unsecured creditor of the company will be passed through e-voting process only. Since the notice convening the meeting along with the express statement is already circulated in advance, I propose to take it as a read. The following resolution is proposed for the approval by unsecured creditors by requisite majority as prescribed under Section 230 to 232 of the Companies Act 2013, read with Rule 6 of the Companies Compromise, Arrangement and Amalgamation Rules 2016. Resolved that pursuant to the provision of Section 230 to 232 of the Companies Act 2013, read with the Company Compromise, Arrangement and Amalgamation Rule 2016 and other applicable provisions, if any, of the Companies Act 2013, the rules, circulars and notifications made thereunder, including any statutory modifications or reenactment thereof, as may be applicable, the Security and Exchange Board of India Circular Number CFD/BIN 3/CIR/2017/21, dated 10th day of March 2017, and observation letter issued by the BSE Limited and the National Stock Exchange of India Limited, and enabling provision in the memorandum and articles of association of the company, and subject to approval by the Honorable National Complaint Law Tribunal Ahmedabad bench, and subject to other approvals, permissions, sanctions of the regulatory and other authority, as may be necessary, and subject to conditions and modifications, as may be prescribed or imposed by the NCLT or by any regulatory or other authority, while granting such consent, approvals and permission, which may be agreed to by the Board of Directors of the applicant transferring company. Hereinafter referred as the board, which term shall be deemed to be mean and include one or more committees constituted to be constituted by the board or any other person, which the board may nominate to exercise its power, including the powers conferred by this resolution. The scheme of amalgamations of Sadgaon Infrastructure Project Limited with the Sadgaon Engineering Limited and the respective shareholders and creditors with effect from the appointed date as mentioned in the schemes B and is hereby approved. Resolve further that the board of directors or company secretary of the company B and are hereby severally authorized to do all such act, deed, matters and things as may be in its absolute discretion deemed requisite, desirable, appropriate or necessary to give effect to this resolution and effective implementation of the arrangement embodied in the scheme and to accept the modifications, amendment, limitations or conditions, if any, which may be required or imposed by NCLT while sanctioning the arrangement embodied in the scheme or by any authority under the law or as may be required for the purpose of resolving any questions or doubt or difficulty that may arise, including passing of such accounting entries and or to making such adjustments in the books of account as considered necessary in giving effect to the schemes, as the board may deem fit and proper. Now, in respect of question and answers, before I put the resolution to vote as this is a meeting convened upon the direction of NCLT, I request the unsecured creditor to restrict their comment only to the issue relating to the schemes. Some of the unsecured creditors have registered themselves as a speaker for the meeting. I shall now invite them one by one. As now I request moderator to unmute Mr. Sobit Bhai to for their question. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Sobit ji, you may ask question.
See, I think we have sent a detailed mail also, sir, regarding this transition, and we have raised our objection because we have a very old outstanding line with Sadgaon Engineering. Despite repeated follow-ups, we are not getting balance information or neither any payments from Sadgaon from last 2 years.
Right. Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
No, sir. No other issues.
Okay. See, basically, Sobit Bhai, as you are unmuted currently, see, in respect of merger, I hope like as the meeting is specifically organized for merger, so regarding that, your balance confirmations and accounting thing, that of course I'll connect to the account department to be in touch with you. But in respect of merger, probably this meeting is specifically held in respect of merger query only. So again, I'm taking the second questions of Mr. Shyam Sundar, like who is requested as a speaker. So I can, go to the second speaker. You may ask. Hello, Shyam Sundar ji, are you available? I think. Hello, Shyam Sundar ji, you may ask your question.
Sir, I will raise my question. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Yes. So, I am Shyam Sundar Agarwal, CFO and Company Secretary of Arya Omnitalk Wireless Solutions Private Limited. Hereby state that Arya Omnitalk is an acknowledged unsecured creditor of Messrs. Sadgaon Engineering Limited and with dues of rupees 1.34 crores, which is due over 400 plus days. Despite delivering our part on time, there is no response to our mails and calls for past 12 months. We received scheme of amalgamation dated 29 December 2020 from Sadgaon Engineering Limited for approving merger of the Sadgaon Infrastructure Project Limited in Sadgaon Engineering Limited and their respective shareholders and creditors. One of the rationale of the proposed merger scheme at point number 7.2, sub-point 8, on page 13 reads that the amalgamation is in the interest of shareholders, creditors, and all other stakeholders of the respective companies and is not prejudicial to the interest of the concerned shareholders, creditors, or the public at large. Here, I would like to draw your kind attention and to everybody and to the chairman of the meeting that to the latest September 2020 credit rating report of CARE for SIPL, wherein it is stated that the average creditors payment period is of 255 days, that is nearly 9 months, as on March 20. This amalgamation is therefore definitely detrimental to the interest of the unsecured creditors of Sadbhav Engineering Limited. The KL credit rating report further reveals the following, which undoubtedly have adverse impact on Sadbhav Engineering Limited financials and the interest of unsecured creditors. Sadbhav Engineering Limited is under credit watch with negative implications. Please refer page number 1 of the KL report. Second point, slower than envisaged pace of execution has resulted into decline in the total operating income from rupees 865 crores during Q1 FY20, refers to the period April 1 to March 31, to rupees 452 crores during Q4 FY20, to rupees 243 crores during quarter FY21. This will further put pressure on the profitability of SEL. So my question, would you like to reply one by one, or should I?
No, I think you can summarize your question.
Right. Let me then read out and I will ask the question. Then SIPL on consolidated basis has suffered a net loss of 162.5 crores during the half year ended September 20. If SIPL is amalgamated into SEL, then it
is properly audible. Sir, go slow. Actually, you are not audible properly.
I am not audible. Okay.
Yeah. Go slow at least.
SIPL on consolidated basis has suffered a net loss of 162.5 crores during half year ended September 20. If SIPL is amalgamated into SEL, then it will further put pressure on the profitability of SEL, because you are merging the loss-making company into SEL. Right? Most of these subsidiary companies of SIPL are operating in losses. And once SIPL is amalgamated into SEL, obviously, along with its subsidiaries, will further pull down profitability to put strain on the liquidity of Sadbhav Engineering Limited. That stressed liquidity position of the SIPL continued to remain stressed on account of decline in the scale of operations. The stressed liquidity position of SIPL further deteriorated the liquidity position of SEL. All these observations from CARE rating only, SEL's liability to grow scale of operations while improving stage current asset levels by December 2020. Delay in achievement of provisional commercial operations that impacting debt coverage will further worsen the debt coverage of Sadbhav Engineering Limited on amalgamation of SIPL. Aggregate equity commitment of the Sadbhav Group is...
Sir, I request, like, if you summarize your question, see, regarding your,
what I mean to say, there are certain questions. If you, the Sadbhav Infrastructure Private Limited is a loss-making company, and its creditors are having longer payment period. All this information has been drawn from the CARE Credit Rating Agency report. So these are the authentic information. If you want to merge that company into a better company, then the Sadbhav Engineering company's situation will also get worse.
Okay.
Credit payment to the unsecured creditors will also further increase.
Sir,
I think to the interest of unsecured creditors of Sadbhav Engineering Limited.
Sir, what I want to like, I'm just muting yourself and telling in that way, like as I think you have read a lot of report. Of course, that information is not handy, but you can of course reach it to me on my email ID, that is tushar.shah@sadbhav.co.in. You can draft down all your questions and queries in a brief, and like whatever you want to try, whatever you try to convey. In that way, like I can revert that particular to you after consulting to a respective department. Meanwhile, regarding voting and regarding that detrimental and regarding in favor, of course, you are exclusively entitled to vote against and in favor. So based on your outcome and based on your theory, you can vote accordingly. That is not an issue. Regarding your query, the answers would be there. I need to approach to a respective department, and then I'll get back to you. That is my email ID. Again, I'm sharing to you. That is tushar.shah@sabha.co.in. Kindly mail that your concerns in respect of scheme and in respect of voting. Of course, you can have your right and privilege to vote for and against if it is a detrimental and if it is in favor. So, it is a discretion of all secured, unsecured, and equity shareholders. So you may proceed according to that. But meanwhile, whatever your query is there, we will try to revert as soon as possible based on the question we have raised. Thank you. So I think we have received two requests in respect of a speaker. So I'll come forward for the proceeding for the meeting. Now I take further proceeding of the meeting and request the creditor to vote on the resolution as mentioned in the notice calling this meeting in a favor or in against. Unsecured creditors may kindly note that the pursuant to the provision of section 109 of the Companies Act 2013, CS Ashish Shah, practicing company secretary, is appointed as a scrutinizer to conduct the voting process. This being NCLT convened meeting, the results will be announced on or before 31st January 2021 at the corporate office of the company, and the result for the remote e-voting and e-voting meeting will be placed on the website of the company. It will also be submitted to the stock exchange as per the provision of the Companies Act and listing regulations. Business as agenda transacted. I request Sandeep sir to conclude the meetings with a vote of thanks as there is no other speakers lined up.
Thank you, Tushar bhai. The business as per agenda has been transacted. I therefore declare the meeting to be concluded. I thank you all for your cooperation, cooperating with me in the smooth conduct of the meeting. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
হিমাংশু ভাই রেকর্ডিং স্টপ করে দিয়ে যান।